Hi everyone, I'm Nature Guy X46 and this is the Natureverse 4.7. Today we are delving into one of the Earth's most extreme and fascinating biomes, deserts. Far from barren wastelands, deserts are incredibly diverse environments, each with unique conditions and remarkable life forms. In this video, we will explore the four main types of deserts: hot and dry deserts, semi-arid deserts, coastal deserts, and cold deserts. We will examine the distinct environmental conditions that define each, and uncover the incredible plants and animal life that has adapted to survive in these challenging landscapes. Join us as we journey into the heart of these compelling ecosystems. First, we'll take a look at what a hot and dry desert looks like. Know that these deserts can vary. First off, deserts cover around 1/5 of the Earth's surface. Their rainfall is typically less than 19 inches a year or 50 centimeters a year. There are plant life in deserts and animal life in deserts. They aren't just sand and rocks. There are nutrients locked away in the soils, making them fertile in some places. First, let's hop into the hot and dry deserts. Now, these deserts can occur in many locations around the globe. And some of these deserts include the Sahara Desert in Africa and the Sonoran Desert, along with the Mojave Desert here in the United States. These deserts go through some extreme temperature drops. The Sonoran Desert in the summer can see temperatures of 104 degrees Fahrenheit to 118 degrees Fahrenheit, or 40 degrees Celsius to 48 degrees Celsius. To give you a better temperature idea of what it's like in the desert, here's a weather report from Friday. At 5:53 a.m., it was 82 degrees Fahrenheit, and by 2:53 in the afternoon, it was 111 degrees at 2:53. Now, in case you're not keeping track, that is a drop of 29 degrees. It's not going to be the biggest drop that we're going to see, but that's a pretty good drop. The Sonoran Desert gets on average anywhere from 76 to 500 centimeters of rain a year, or between 3 to 20 inches of rain per year. Now, that may depend on where you're located. The Sonoran Desert gets 3 inches or 76 centimeters per year. So yes, temperatures can vary depending upon the rainfall they get. We are going to look at classic plants and animals in the Sonoran Desert. Creosote bush, Tillo, prickly pear, summer poppy, saguaro cactus, fishhook barrel cactus, and some animals that you might see here include the pallid cat, big brown bat, Mexican free-tailed bat, lesser long-nosed bat, Anna's hummingbird, bobcat, black-tailed jackrabbit, cactus wren, desert blonde tarantula, coyote, elf owl, desert tortoise, desert pupfish, Gila monster, Gila woodpecker, mule deer, coyote, elf owl, desert tortoise, desert pupfish, and a host of other animals. The point is, deserts aren't just empty places, they support a crazy amount of life in them. Now, I didn't name all of the animals that you can find in the desert, and I didn't mention all of the plants that live in this rainforest. Diversity in hot and dry deserts can vary, but they are super cool. Now, each of these animals and plants have major adaptations to allow them to survive in such a hot place. Many of these animals forage at night, but like most animals, many of these animals forage at night, but not all. Most animals in the desert get the water they need from the foods they eat. And that goes for the carnivores too. Now it's time to look at semi-arid deserts. In our last section, we looked at a desert in North America. Now we're going to jump to Africa. Now, if I'm being honest, I was a bit surprised that the Kalahari Desert was actually a semi-arid desert. Here, the rainfall varies depending upon where you're at in the desert. If you're in the northeast section, you're looking at 20 inches a year. If you're in the southwest section, you might get less than 5 inches a year. Temperatures vary, just like they did in the Sonoran. Average temperatures can range from 110 to 115 degrees, or 43 to 46 degrees Celsius, and at night they can drop to 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, or 21 to 27 degrees Celsius. The animals you might see here include lions, cheetahs, leopards, wild dogs, elephants, rhinos, springbuck, impala, puff adders, meerkats, flamingos, giraffe, aardvarks, not to mention scorpions, spiders, insects, the giant rain toad, and others. There are grasses, camel thorn tree, raisin bush, a species of melon, gemsbuck cucumber, and devil's claw. These are just some of the animals and plants that live here, and just like in the previous desert, these animals and plants are built to survive, and their adaptations allow them to survive. Animals like the fennec fox have large ears, which help to dissipate heat. Other animals like the aardvark build burrows that allow them to escape the heat. The animals in deserts are amazing. The lions in deserts have smaller prides and larger territories. The gemsbuck obtains much needed moisture from the foods they eat. Some of the animals even have lighter coats that help to reflect sunlight. Now, coastal deserts are just built differently. They are found along the coast of continents. They may have lower temperatures, frequent fog, and of course, low precipitation. For this one, we are jumping the globe again and going to South America to visit the Atacama Desert. In some locations, this fog is a daily occurrence, providing much needed moisture to the plants, the animals, and in some cases, even the people that live there. This desert is unique in that it is the driest desert in the world. There are weather stations in this desert that have never received rain. That being said, average rainfall is around 1 to 3 millimeters, or 0.4 or 0.12 for the year. They also are in the rain shadow of two different mountain ranges, the Andes and the Chilean coast range. We will be talking about rain shadows at a later date. Daytime temperatures here can reach 104 degrees Fahrenheit, with a nighttime temperature plunging down to 41 degrees Fahrenheit. That is a drop of 63 degrees Fahrenheit, or a 35 degree Celsius drop in temperatures. It's also fairly free of vegetation, but that doesn't mean that it's entirely free. The question is there life in this extreme environment? And the answer is absolutely, and I think some of it will surprise you. Oasis hummingbirds, turkey vultures, Chilean mockingbirds, guanacos, South American sea lions, burrowing owls, Andean flamingos, Humboldt penguins, Atacama toads, and of course there are invertebrates as well. But let's talk about plants. There are lilies, cacti, a species of mallow. Next up, we have the cold deserts. And for this desert, we're traveling from South America to Antarctica. And you might be thinking, what? Antarctica is a desert? And the answer is, yes, it is a desert. Temperatures here can be at least -1 degree Celsius or 30.2 degrees Fahrenheit at its warmest, or -29 degrees Celsius or -20.2 degrees Fahrenheit at its coldest. They might get less than 40 millimeters per year of precipitation, or 1.5 inches per year. Now, I also came across a fact that said that between 1990 and 2020, it received 0.4 inches or 10 millimeters of precipitation. Winds here can exceed 100 miles per hour, and there are even places where plants can grow. Things like mosses, liverworts, and lichens can all grow in Antarctica, and I even saw where perhaps flowering plants can grow. Most of the life in Antarctica revolves around the coast, and this is where you're going to find penguins, seals, whales, as well as other seabirds. And one of the reasons that it is more plentiful on the coast is that the food sources are along the coast. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.